This is your 60 minutes of Barre. This is Michaela. We will be doing side lying seat work today. You will need your, obviously your mat, a sturdy chair for your bar, a ball weight, and a strap for stretching at the very end. We will do a standard mat stretch in the middle of class. All right, with that, we can get started. Let me cue my music. All right, here we go. All right, so foundation your feet at hips distance apart on your mat. Draw your navel up and in. Really press into all four corners of your feet. Engage your legs right here. Squeeze all your leg muscles. Now take your gaze forward. Just start to roll your shoulders up, back, and around. So energize your legs. Keep drawing your navel in. Keep lifting your heart. You're just doing your shoulder rolls up, back, and around. You have 3 more. You have 2. Now start to take it forward, down, and around. Forward. Just really loosening up the shoulders. Still maintaining that neutral, the lift of the heart, to draw the navel into strong legs. You have 3, 2, last one forward. Now take 1 more. Up, back, and around. Take a deep bend to your knees. Reach down. Take that big inhale. Reach all the way up. Take it down and down. Take it up and up. So bending the legs. Extending the legs. Finding your breath. Down and down. It's up and up. Last 2. Last one down. Last one up. We're just going to march. It's right, left, right, left. Go post your arm and plug your shoulders back, 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 back. Keep your shoulders stacked over your hips. Draw your navel in. You got it. You have 8,
Here we are.
7,
And the party's just begun.
6. We're taking it center for now. We'll cross the midline.
You gotta move my feet.
In 4,
You gotta move it.
3,
And move it around.
last
You
2.
gotta move my feet and wanna do.
Center right, center left, now across. Add the reach of that opposite arm. Bring it over the knee. So knee is coming in and in, arm is coming in and in. With the torso, stay stable, not a twist.
I'm sexy.
You
on
got
the
it.
beach.
8,
You're sexy at the disco.
7,
Beat to hanging on. Move my
6.
feet. Wanna dance.
You have 5,
Sexy, baby.
only 4,
Don't need to get it.
3,
Don't beat to hanging on. Move
2,
my feet. Wanna dance.
last one right, last one left. Plant your feet, you lost your picture, don't worry. Big inhale, reach up. Exhale, swan dive down, deep bend to your knees. Reach your fingertips to the floor. You got it. And then bend, reach your legs. Bend, reach, bend, reach, bend, reach, bend, reach. 3. You have 2 and 1. Slowly bend your knees a little deeper. Place your hands flat on the floor. Find your all fours. I'm just going to switch cameras here. Just take some cat time. So all 4, shoulders over wrists. Hips over knees. Draw your navel in first. And then inhale, arch your back. Lift your gaze. And then exhale, cat. Tuck your chin into your chest. Draw your navel up and in, dome out your spine. All right. I'm going to change this up a little bit because my camera decided not to work. All right. So from here, let's find your high plank. So shoulders over your wrist still. Step your right foot back, your left foot back. Draw your navel up and in. The back of your head, your shoulders, your hips, off in one line. Yep. Now, see if you can lift your heels over your ball mount. If you can hold this here, great. If not, take it down to your knees. Just bend your knees and bring your heels towards your glutes. Now take your gaze straight down. Press into all 5 finger pads and then suction cup your hands to your mat. You got it. Hold it. You're just going to hold it here for 8 counts. You have 7. Only 6. Only 5. Only 4. You can do it. 3. Last 2. And 1. Tap your knees down. Find your extension stretch. So take your fists over your knees. Dive your heart forward. Yeah, reach your fingertips to the upper corners of your mat. And then press your heart down. You can lay your forehead down if you'd like. That's up to you. But press your heart downward as you lift your tailbone upward. You got it. Tailbone to the ceiling. Heart is down. See if you can press not just into your shins, but into the tops of your feet and see how that feels. There. Okay. Slowly, slowly roll up one vertebrae at a time. Take another set of cat-cows. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Come back to neutral. Come down to forearm. Elbow under your shoulders. Step your right foot, your left foot back. Once again, find that plank. So plank is your hand to your forearm. Draw your shoulders back. Slide your ball mount back if you can to lower your hips. And then tuck your tailbone ever so slightly under. Draw your navel in. Take your gaze down in between your thumbs. Traction your elbows toward your hips. Again, you always have the option of coming down to your knees, bending your knees, bringing your heels towards your glutes. But just remember, you are still finding that traction. Elbow to hips, hips to elbow, neutral spine. You got it. We're going to introduce a little bit of hip. And so here, tip your right hip a little bit closer to the floor, and then come center, and then left. So it is so small. I just want you to find that opposition of these tiny hip dips engaging your oblique. You got it. Right, and then left. It's right, and then left. You have 5. You have 4. Only 3. Only 2 more. And then come back center. You have a 4-second hold in your forearm plank. You have 3. You have 2. And then 1. Yes, tap your knees down. Take your knees slightly wider, maybe as wide as your mat. Bring your big toes to touch. Now sink your tailbone towards your heels. Once again, dive your heart forward. This time, reach your arms straight. Fly your fingers forward. And then lay your forehead on the floor. Tense your finger pads. Draw your shoulders back. So just find this length in your neck to draw the shoulders away from the ears. Now draw your navel in. And then see if you can reach your tailbone towards your heel. Or towards your toes. Whichever. Alrighty, slowly, very slowly. Let's roll up. Let's do those chaturanga push-ups with child's pose legs. And so from here, you're just going to come all the way up. Make sure your hands are shoulders distance or slightly wider. Take it forward. Shoulders go past your wrists. Your feet lift up. So find your long arm plank if your child's pose legs first. Draw your navel in. Now shift your shoulders past your wrists. Bend your elbows. Push up. And then push back. Just come forward. Bend. Extend. Push back. Take forward. So keep your navel drawn in. So all you do is focus on your big toes touching, your navel drawn in, and then making sure your elbows go over your wrist as you bend. You've got everything all good. You can take this as fast or as slow as you want. Nice thing with doing chaturanga push-ups with a wider foundation is you can really find your alignment and maybe even go deeper into your chaturanga push-up. You only have 2 more. And then you're going to hold your next one halfway down. Option to pulse it out for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Push your mat away. Come back to your child's pose. Walk your hands forward again. Claw your fingers forward. Sink your hips back. Draw your navel in. Let's take another stretch. Just slide your hands off to the right. You find that length in your left side body. And then slowly come back center. And then take it to the left. Find length in your right side body. All right. And then slowly come back center. Come back up. Separate your toes. Bring your knees in. Have a seat. We are going into flat back 4 with some arm work. And so, yeah, let's get started. So from here, we're going to do our arm work just finding, after we find our flat back 4 engagement. And then you'll have the option of not doing the arms with weight, always. So, all right. So from here, hands behind your hamstrings, waist by your hips. Tuck your chin to your chest, roll all the way down. Find the back of your head, neck, and shoulders flat on the floor. Make sure you have your waist, just hold them right by your hips for now. All right, from here, option to come to your ball mount, feet, knees, or hips distance. Ankles under your knees, draw your navel in with your hips sitting flat on the floor. And then from here, lift your toes. Now just tuck your hips under, tuck it under, start to robot your arms, tuck your hips under. Just finding that alignment. You have 4, 3, 2 more, 1. Option, as after you bring your hips back to the floor, you can bring your feet back down or you can rooftop your legs. And then extend your arms up. So feet on the floor is fine. Feet up in the air is fine. Knees over hips. Turn your palms to face the wall in front of you. And then inhale, pull your elbows down, both those arms, and then push straight up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, push. You got it. So here, if your legs are up, great, no worries. If your legs are down, that's also great, no worries. Your priority here is to maintain the back of your hips, your tailbone flat on the floor, your hips, and your low back. Your gaze is straight up, and you're just doing chest practice. You have 8, 7, 6. Inhale down, exhale as you push. Last 3, last 2, last one down, last one up, and then bend it to 90, tiny poses. 7, or you can hover your elbows right over the floor. 4, 3, 2, 1. So this is where you have the option of releasing the weight. So bring your arms down, bring your elbows back to robot arms. Option to hold onto your waist or to release, extend. And so here you have the option of having both legs up or bring your left foot down on the floor. Plug your shoulders back. And from here, with that soft bend in your right knee, inhale, lower your arms and legs. And then bring it back, center. So inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Play with this, with or without weight. You only lower your arms and legs as far as your body allows. So depending on your shoulder mobility, your arms may be moving back a foot, 2 feet, or like me, maybe 4 inches at best. And then your right leg is lowering down once again, only based on your abdominal engagement. So if you lower it much lower than parallel to your left leg, and if you feel your back start to lift off the floor, maybe you've gone too far. You have 3 more. I know we're doing a lot. You have 2. On your next one, hold that right leg on the lower, bring your arms back up, pull your elbows in, bend, reach your right leg, bend, reach, maybe flex your foot, bend, reach, your choice. Bend, reach, or you can point your foot as you bend, reach. Once again, your choice, draw your navel in. Each time you reach that leg, hold it here. Now take this right thigh, down an inch, up an inch, down an inch, up an inch. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly bring your right leg back up. Bring both arms back up. Bring your left leg up if it wasn't up there. Then option to plant your right leg down or keep it extended. Once again, plug your shoulders back. And then lower now the left thigh and then both arms. So just the same thing, only on the other side. Close your eyes. Feel the back of your hips flat on the floor. Feel your low back working to keep touching your mat. So I'm talking low back muscles. Your spine, we call it flat back because we are flat on the floor. Your spine doesn't actually flatten out. It maintains its neutral curve. All right, you have 5. You have 4. Again, your modifications. You don't have to have weight. Last 2. Last one, hold it on the back with the arms, the extent of the leg. Bring your arms back, elbows down into robot, bend, reach your left leg. Notice, if you close your eyes and press into your right foot, and then bend, reach the leg, you can feel the back of both hips working hard. Draw your navel in. 3, 2, hold it here, foot flexed or pointed, and leg is lengthened. Take it down an inch up in, down an inch up in. Yup, you got it. You have 8, 7. Keep your navel pulled in. This is abdominal work. You have 4. It's 3. Last 2. Last 1. Slowly bring your left leg back up. Option to release your weight or extend both arms up. You can keep the weight. Extend your right leg up. This is your challenge. Legs either straight or with a bend. It doesn't matter as long as the knees start over the hips, the elbows start over the shoulders. Inhale, lower both arms and legs back. Exhale, bring your back center. Down and down. It's up and up. It's down and down. And then back to center. Lower your legs only as far as your abdominal engagement will allow. Or if you are challenging yourself, make sure to keep your abdominals pulled in as you take your leg lower than your body wants to. Yep, you got it. Back two. Last one. Hold it here. Extend both arms and legs. And reach your arms and legs. Plug your shoulders back. Press into the back of your hips. You have 4. You have 3. Last 2. Last 1. Just the legs. Lower them down to your challenge point. Reach your heels forward. Hold it here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly, very slowly release. Hug your knees into your chest. Shift side to side to give your low back a little massage. An option to plant your feet and then windshield wiper your legs. So I don't want to do a spinal twist this soon, so you can go ahead and just let your knees go side to side. Side to side. All right. So slowly, let's bring our knees into our chest, cross at the ankles. Rock and roll the length of your spine, gentle. So tuck your chin into your chest. Just a back massage in the other direction. And then take it all the way up. Extend your legs. Push your spine. A quick little stretch here. So take a soft bend to your knees. Dig your heels down. Toes are up. Shoulders over your hips. Inhale, reach up. As you exhale, draw your shoulders down. As you inhale, reach up again. Keep your shoulders down. As you exhale, use your back strength and your abdominal strength to come forward. Bring it to a spine with a bend in your knees. Maybe you start to lengthen the legs a little bit. And then drop your arms to either side of your legs. You can slide them forward as far as you can. You're still in neutral spine. So I'm going to just crawl my fingers forward and then tuck your chin into your chest. Now let your head hang heavy. You can shake your head. No, nod your head, yes. Finding a little bit of roundedness in the back to release it. And then slowly, very slowly roll up. One vertebrae at a time. So what we're doing next is we're going to do some arm work and thigh work together. So your modification will be to use no weight. And then you know your modifications for your thigh work. We're going to be doing some, I'll keep talking as we come back to our all fours. Take some cat-cows and then find your down dog. Hips up, heels are up. Bring your ears between your biceps. Press your mat away. Keep a soft bend in your knees. Lift your hips a little higher. Now energize your heels into your mat. Let's stay here for a few breaths. So we're going to go into a turned out squat with arm work, and then lunges on each side, and then back to your turned out squat. So slowly gaze forward with a big inhale, bend your knees, and then exhale. Walk your feet to the back of your wrist, and let your head hang heavy. Shake it. No, not a yes. Let your fingertips dangle or rest on your mat with a nice bend to your knees. Maybe you rest your abdominals on your side. And then gaze between your knees if you can. And then maybe from there you can lift your hips a little higher, extend your legs a little bit. But maintain a soft bend because now we are slowly going to inhale and roll up. One vertebrae at a time. And we are headed into our arm work. So grab your weight. So it's arm work combined with some thigh work. Alrighty. I don't know what's up with this music. Alrighty, so find your turned out squat. And so feet start at hip distance. Turn your toes out to 10 and 2. I'm going to fix my lighting. Bring your elbows to your waist. Externally rotate your forearm. So here's your turn out. So I'm not going to use weights here as I demonstrate. Take it down. And then from here, we're going to reach, lat push, pull. So reach your weights up or just your hands and then pull it in. It's reach and pull. Reach and pull. You got it. Take your time. Yep. And you're actually going to inhale as you reach and exhale as you pull and extend your legs. Reach and pull. It's squat and then extend. Squat and then extend. Yes, you can. Alrighty. Any better? I'm not sure it's any better. Alrighty, you have 3 more. Reach and pull. It's reach and pull. Last, hold it on the squat, and then pull your elbows into your squat. Turn your palm forward, and just pulse your forearm back, back, back. Add your hips. Down an inch, up an inch. Down an inch, up an inch. Yes, you can. You got it. Down an inch, up an inch with the hips. A pulse of the forearms back. And so you are working your thighs, your quads, your hamstrings, but you are also squeezing your shoulder blades together with your shoulders away from your ears and feel that front rotator cuff, the front of your shoulder, work really hard. 8, 7, 6, you got it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Just hold it here. Draw your navel in. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly extend your legs. Extend your arms. Take a quarter turn to the right. So just turn your entire body right. Bend your right knee directly over your right ankle. Bend your left knee directly under your left hip. Extend your arms. Take a shoulder roll up, back, and around. Now bend your elbows into a bicep curl. Dip your left knee a little lower. And then extend. Bend and bend. Extend and extend. So elbows to knees, bending, and then extending. You got it. Keep your shoulders stacked over your hips. Your navel drawn in, your tailbone pointing down. It's just a basic bicep curl. You got it. 8, 7. You have 6. This is the wrong music. I don't know what's going on. All right. You have 3, 2. Last one. Hold it here on the down. Just pulse it out. 8, 7. So pulsing your left knee down and in. Squeezing your biceps. You have 3, 2, 1. Hold it here. Extend your arms. Extend your left leg long without lifting up. Hinge forward. Lift your arms. Tricep extension. So bend your elbow to 90. Extend. Bend. Extend. I'm trying to get this light to work so you guys can see me.
You said that we
I had it
would
set up for that other camera.
Without you,
yeah.
I feel lost at
All right,
sea.
guys.
Through the darkness, you'd hide with me. Like
You have 8. Bend, extend. Bend. So holding now a crescent lunge. And then just, you have 3. You have 2. Hold the extend. Drop your shoulders. Maybe take your arms a little wider. Now just lift your arms. Lift. 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 You got it. Lift. 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 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woohoo! Bend your arms, bend your left knee. Come back to your turned out squat. You may need to take your feet in a little narrower. All right, here we go. So turned out squat. Let's just take it into a hold. So here, bend your knees. Sink your hips back. Extend your arms forward. Just a set of narrow rows. 3, pull, 3, pull. Sink your hips a little lower. Touch your knees. You're not bending toes. You're just in line with your second and third toes. Tuck your tailbone slightly under. Draw your navel in. It's just a reach and a pull. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. Make sure that you are lifting your elbows up and in. It's up and in. Up and in. Up and in. You got it. You have 4. You have 3. You have 2. Hold the lift. Now just pulse your elbows up and in. Up and in. Up and in. Up and in. You got it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly extend your arms. Extend your legs. Woohoo! All right, now we got to do the other side. So from here, a quarter turn to the left. Left knee bent over your left ankle. Bend your right knee, lift your right heel. Sink it down into your hammer curl. You got a hammer curl. So bend, extend, bend, extend. Once again, Your knees are bending as you bend your elbow. Well, I know what it is. It's a brown couch. A different background. You guys got it. We're doing quite a bit of these. Once again, your modification here is no weight. Because you are only bending your left knee as far as your body allows, especially if you have knee issues. All right. You have 4, 3, 2. Hold it here on the down. Now pulse. Pulse your bicep, pulse your lunge. You got it. Your right knee goes down and inch up and inch down and inch up and squeeze your bicep. 8, 7, 6. By the way, we are knocking out 2 sets of thighs right here. You got it. Last 2, 1. All right, hold it here. Slowly. Extend your right leg. Hinge forward. Squeeze your right glute. Lift your elbows a little higher. Now extend and bend back to those triceps. Extension. Bend. Exhale. Then inhale. Reach. Then bend to 90. Got it. Right here. 8, 7. Relax your shoulders. Draw your navel in. Squeeze your right glute. You got it. You have 4, 3. Last 2. Hold the reach. Now, tiny bend and reach. Bend and reach. Bend and reach. You got it. Reach. Focus on the reach. You have 2 and 1. Now hold it here. Now just lift. Lift. Relax your shoulders. Remember, you got it. Lift. 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 No down, only lift. Straight as strong as arms. Sometimes no weight actually works the best for triceps. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it here. Hold it. You can do it. Hold it. Get it straighter. Get it longer. Lift it just a little higher. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. Bend elbows and knees and slowly back your spine. Shove your back foot in. Take it out. Bend your knees to ditch your weight. Shoulder roll. Woo! All right. Let's get some arm stretches in. And then we're going to go into hinge and then do our full stretch. All right, so both arms will reach up. Draw your shoulders down. Bend your right elbow. High five your back. Press the back of your head to your forearm. Lifting your heart and draw your navel in to find that opening of the tricep. Release the tricep. Push it out. Bend both arms. Bend your left elbow.
I call it housework.
Forearm. I slowly release. All right, slowly release your arms down. Up to your knees. We will do the rest of our arm stretches on our knees. We're going into hinge. Go ahead and put the ball right high between your thighs. And then curl your ball mounts under, have a seat. All righty, so your arms, your hands clasped behind you. Keep pressing your palms together. Take a shoulder roll up, back, and around. Pull your hands down. Lift your gaze to where the ceiling meets the wall. Draw your navel in. Now lift your heart higher. Take your gaze towards the ceiling. Pull your hands down and pull away from your hips. Keep your navel drawn in. Take about 3 full breaths here. With each exhale, pulling your navel in, lowering your shoulders. And then slowly release. Shoulder roll forward. Clasp your hands in front of you. Flip them outward. And then from here, take your chin to your chest. Draw your shoulders down. And then feel that rear shoulder stretch, that neck stretch. If you would like to round out your mid-back, go right ahead, but keep your hips unmoving. Think of that flat back. All righty. Woo-hoo! All righty, so let's go into our hinge.
I call it housework.
Slowly come back to your neutral spine. You're just going to squeeze the ball. Option, arms extend forward or hand to heart center. Press your palms together if you're going to do that. Squeeze the ball, press into your chin. Take a big inhale, and then as you exhale, just hinge back. Hold it here. Hold it here. Whatever your best hinge here. At the beginning of this thigh exercise, hold it here. Keep breathing. Now squeeze the ball, inhale. As you exhale, come back upward, but not totally vertical.
What you gonna do?
So you're going to stop yourself by squeezing the ball even tighter to come to be fully vertical. So no, we do not want the hips to come back over the knees. Yes, we are challenging our thighs. We are challenging our core. Last 2 full range. On your next one, hold it here. Press into your hand. And then just switch to the right, center, left, center, right, center, left, center. 6, 5. You have 4, right, left, 3. You have 2. Last one right. Last one left. Come back center. Now squeeze your ball. Just take it up an inch, back an inch. Up an inch, back an inch. You got it. 8, 7, 6. I know this is hard. Do what you can. You have 4. You have 3. Yeah, you got it, Ann. And 2. Nice job, Mary. Carol. And then slowly come back to vertical. Woo! So yes, how about the squeeze of the ball, the glute, and that tiny movement? Okay, so here we go. Let's head into our stretch. This will feel really good. So release that ball right there. Come back to your knees. Give your wrist a little stretch right here. Maybe some more shoulder rolls. And then from here, just step your right foot forward. Big, big step. Stack your right knee over your ankle. And then square your hips. Right now, your shoulders are over your hips, but your left knee is behind your hip. So a lot of things going on. You're trying to point your tailbone down, and it's difficult. So then slowly lunge further forward. Right forearm to your quad. Bend your left knee. Reach back with your left hand. Pull your left glute towards your heel, towards your glute. Square your shoulders and your hips. Draw your navel in. Squeeze your left glute. Really feel that release, that opening of the hip flexors in the front of your left leg. Slowly release. Finger pads down to the floor. Extend your right leg, right toes up. Slide your right leg straight. Make sure your hips are square, left hip over your left knee. Hop up to your finger pads. Draw your shoulders back. Inhale, lift your heart, neutral spine. Exhale, with that neutral spine, reach your heart to your toes. Flex your foot to reach your toes to your heart. Maybe you can come down all the way to your hands. Whatever your flexibility is. From here, hold this neutral spine to square shoulders. Just reach your right hand to the outside of your right leg. Maybe just grab onto the position. And then from there, now just turn your head. So we're keeping the square hips to square shoulders, but getting that IT band release. We'll add some twists later. And then slowly bring your left hand back. Right ball mount presses down. Square off your hips. Right hip back, left hip forward. Big inhale, reach your crown of head forward with that neutral spine. As you exhale, now tuck your chin into the chest. Let your head hang heavy. Maybe you can bend your elbows. Keep pressing your mat forward and away. Look at your left hip. It's still over your left knee. And then slowly press the mat away. Use your right hand to meet your left. Bend your elbow to the left. Shift your weight to the left. Reach your right leg all the way around. All righty. And then slowly come back up. Step your left foot forward, so same thing here. Big lunge forward. And then bring your shoulders right over your hips. Let's see how that feels. Tuck your tailbone slightly under to point your tailbone down. Yes, your right knee is behind your right hip. And slowly just lunge forward, left forearm to your quad. Right knee bends, reach back with your right hand, pull your right heel into your glute. Make sure your shoulders and your hips are square. Now draw your navel away from your left thigh to really feel that quad stretch. Now squeeze your right glute. Feel now the hip flexor open up just a little bit more. It's so subtle, right? But we don't think to squeeze the glute. But when we do, like, hey, that felt good. Slowly release your right foot. Finger pads down to the floor. Extend your left leg, left toes up. Yep. Square your hips and slide your left heel forward. Power up to your finger pads. Draw your shoulders back. Find that neutral spot. Big inhale. Lengthen your crown of head up. As you exhale, just bend your elbows. Reach your heart to your toes. Your toes to your heart. Again, keeping that neutral spine right here. And breathe into it. And then from there, just reach your right hand to the outside of your left shin, your left calf. Keep your shoulders square. And then gaze over your left shoulder. Breathe. And slowly slowly your right hand comes back, left ball mount presses down, reach for your hips, left hip back, right hip forward. Take that giant inhale, lengthen your spine in neutral. And then as you exhale, just round up and over your straight left leg. Let your head hang. Scoop out your abdominals. Bend your elbows, shake your head no, nod your head yes. You feel yourself pushing the mat forward and away, feeling your hamstring stretch with a rounded back, your front spine. And then slowly lift your gaze, lift your toes, bring your left hand to meet your right, shift your weight to the right. Sweep your left leg all the way around. And let's come back to standing on our knees. And once again, just give myself some shoulder roll, some wrist roll. We are headed into our high C, a little bit of low C added to it. And then we're going to go straight into our sideline feet work today. All right, ladies, so slowly, have a seat on your mat. Find your ball. Lots of inner thigh work today. Find your ball. I said high between your thighs. Yeah, this black mat's not working with my pants today, is it? Let me sit over here. All righty, so from here, hinge back with a flat back. Hold it here. I want you to just lift your heels off the floor, balance on your toes with your flat back. I want you to release your hands. We're just playing around with it to see how you feel and feeling where, when your abdominals engage, how far back you hinge before your abdominals kind of lock in. And then from there, bring your heels back down. Now scoop out your abdominals, round out your low back to the wall behind you. Take a shoulder roll up, back and around, elbows really wide, and then take some downwards. Now inhale, try to roll back onto your first lumbar vertebrae. As you exhale, reach your heart towards the ball. So inhale, tip. Exhale, curl. This is really small. You got it. You got it. You have 5. You have 4. You have 3. You have 2. Hold it on the back. Hold it right there. And then just draw your navel in. Widen your elbows. Now shake your head. No. Nod your head. Yes. Can you tip back just another 1/8 of an inch? And then from there, you can take your hands to heart center. Keep them behind your hamstring. We're just going to twist right, center, left, center. So mimicking what we did in our hinge thigh work. So really working on those obliques, working on inner thighs as you squeeze that ball. You got it. So it's right, left, right, left. You can have your hands behind your hamstring and still twist. Yep. With a reach of your shoulder towards the opposite knee, but keep pressing into your feet. Keep squeezing that ball. You have not lost your foundation in your feet or the back of your hips. Your low back is still rounded. You have 4 more. You have 3. We will pulse in 2. On this next one, hold your twist to the right, pulse it out. 8, 7, 6, 5. Relax your shoulder. 3, 2, 1. Slowly come back center. And then twist to the left, pulse it out. 8, 7, 6. Relax your shoulders. You have 5. You have 4, 3, 2. Come back center. Extend your arms if you'd like. 45 degrees. Now tip back. Curl up and forth. Larger range on that tip back. You got it. Large range on the tip back. Larger range on the curl up and forward. You have 4. We're going to roll all the way down in 3. In 2. And 1. Roll down. Maybe take your hands behind your head. Take it all the way down. Head, neck, and shoulders come down. Hop up to your ball mount. Or stay on all 4 corners of your feet. Knees, feet at hip distance. Squeeze your ball. Hands behind your neck. Take a big inhale. Draw your navel in. As you exhale, lift your heart towards the ball. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. You have 8. Only 7. You have 6. 5. You have 4. Elbows are super high. Last 2. Hold it on the up. Pulse it out. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Slowly lower it all the way down. Up your legs, knees over your hips, flex your feet. You can also keep them flat on the floor. Inhale, navel in. Exhale, lift your heart up off the floor. Take a gaze at your knees. Same thing. Twist right, center, left, center. You can take this to full yogi, to full bicycle by removing the ball and then extending the opposite leg. That is up to you. You can also just keep it in tabletop, really flexing your feet, the knees over the hips. You really feel that foundation, and you feel how much your obliques are working when you just keep your knees static and add that squeeze of the ball. You got it. 8, 7, it's right, it's left. You got it. 4, last 2. Now hold the twist to the right. Pulse it out. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Come back center. Twist to the left. Pulse it out. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Come back center. Keep your heart lifted. Gaze at your knees. Option to extend your legs. And then just pulse it out right here. Lift your heart. Lift your heart towards your knees, towards that ball. You have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now hold the lift of your heart. Really flex your feet. Extend your legs as best as you can. Lower your legs to a challenge point. And then we're going to hold. You got it. For 8, heart is lifted. 7, you have 6. Draw your navel in deeper. You have 4. You lift your rib cage together. 2 and 1. You got it. All right, slowly, slowly. Slowly, slowly come back center. Take that ball out. Take that ball out. Hug your knees into your chest. We are going to use the ball again. Let's take it out for now. Now we're going to take full spinal twist before we head into our side lying seat work. So hug your knees into your chest, shift side to side, and then extend or goal post your arm. Let your knees fall to the right, and your gaze goes to the left. Both shoulders place flat on the floor. And then on your next inhale, come back center, and then as you exhale, take it to the other side. And then slowly come back center. This is not going to be very graceful, but just place your feet down and flip on over onto your abdominals. Have your ball handy. So from here, extend your arms forward, reach the tops of your feet back. Let's just find a little length in our spine first. Take a tiny shoulder roll up, back, and around. Gaze down. Draw your navel in as you press your hips down. Let's just do a little contralateral back extension. And so here, lift your arms, lift your thighs off the floor, and then just swim it out. Just swim it out. Your gaze is straight down. Shoulders are away from you. So if you want, you can even goal post your arm. A little more balance side to side. And then slowly, when you are ready, just come back to center and then lower it down. Extend your arms forward again, and then slide your hands to come under your shoulders, and then press up to your all fours. And then from here, come down. I know it's going to be brief. Come down to your forearms. Step your feet back. This is a little transition into your forearm plank. Hold it here. Just draw your navel in. We're going to work the left leg first. So slowly tap your knees down. Go ahead and tap your thighs and your hips down. Extend your right arm forward. And then come to your right side. Options with your hands. You can bend your right elbow, take your hand behind the base of your skull, move forward. Stack your shoulders, stack your hips. Now bend both knees to 90 degrees. Option, place the ball between your thighs. So now you should have a somewhat neutral spine. You can take your arm extended forward and lay your head on your arm. But from here, what you do is extend your left leg long. Draw your navel in. And then here, just squeeze into the ball. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. 4, 3, 2. Hold the squeeze of the ball. Slowly, very slowly, slide your left side back. Just enough so you feel your glute engaged. Once you find that, take your left hand, If you can't place it in front of your right hip point, then press your left hip point to your forearm. And then from here, squeeze the ball again. So now if you gaze over your shoulder, your left knee is behind your hip. Squeeze the ball, squeeze. 3, 2, hold the squeeze. Now press your thigh back. Back and in. Like you were just tapping your heel on an imaginary wall behind you. Yep, you got it. You have 4, 3, we're going to combo to 2, 2 and 1. So from here, press your thigh into the ball, press your thigh back. It's in, it's back. So really important, you should feel stable across the side of your body. It is your right glute that is keeping you stable, your right gluteus medius. Yep, we're still pressing in, pressing back. And make sure your hips are stacked as best as you can get them stacked. And your navel is drawn in. You have 4 more in and back. 3. You have 2. Last, press in, hold it in. Hold your press back. Flex your right foot. Now bend your knee. Bring your heel all the way into your glute. And then squeeze it in. In. Hold the in. Now press it back. We'll combine the 2. It's in and back. It's in and back. You have 8, 7. You have 6. You have 5. Only 4. Only 3. Only 2. Last in. Last press back. Hold it here. Point your foot. And now just lift your left knee up. Your left thigh up. Press it back. It's up and back. Up, so away from the ball. Now you can even take that ball out of there. Up, press back, up, press back. We're gonna change it to circles. You can take your left hand behind your left hip. Now draw some circles with your knee, up, back, and around to the left, to the back of the room. You got it. 8, you have 7, you have 6, you have 5, you have 4, you have 3. To really press it. Keep your hips stacked. Last one. Hold it here. Extend your left leg long. Bend, reach your leg. Bend, reach. Reach. 3, 2. Hold your reach. Now lift it up. Press it back and then just lift. Lift, and lift. Draw your navel up and in. You got it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, just hold it here. Get it straighter, get it longer, lift it higher, hold it 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woohoo! Bend your left knee. Come onto your back. We're just going to take that supine figure 4. So bend both your knees. There is hip distance. Cross your left ankle over your right knee. Hands behind your right side. Bring your right knee over your right hip. Flex both feet. Option to extend your right leg long. Actively pull your right thigh in with your hands and push your left thigh out with your left forearm. Keep your navel drawn in. Keep your gaze straight up. Your entire torso is flat on the floor. Back of your hip. Take 2 more breaths. And then slowly, very slowly, when you're ready, release. First, bring your right foot down. Uncross your left ankle. And then from there, you have the option of rock and rolling forward to come to your all fours and forearm plank this way. I'm going to do it just so you guys can see. You'll be facing my back. All right, so find your forearm plank. Once again, have your ball handy. So elbows right under your shoulders. All right. Step your knees down. Massage your hips. You won't do that contralateral back extension this time. Extend your arms forward. Just make sure you're pressing into your hips to draw your navel in. And then slide your right hand under your shoulder. Come onto your left side. Bend both knees to 90 degrees. Lift your right thigh. And put that ball between your thighs. Once again, your option with your hand and with your head is flat on your arm or hand behind your skull. And so from here, just press into the ball. Press. Press, 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 press. 2 and 1. Hold it here, and now slide your right knee. Slide your right knee back, your right side back. Back your hips. I'm going to press my right hip point into my forearm. And now I'm just going to press it back. Back, back, back. You have 4, 3. So to squeeze at the right glute, hold it here. Now press it in and press it back. It's in and back. It's inner thigh, right glute, side, glute, side. You got it. Got about 30 more seconds here. Remember that first variation was always the longest to really prime that muscle. You got it. You got it. In and back, in and back, in, back, in and back. Don't forget to breathe. You have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Just hold it here. Flex your foot. Extend your right leg long. Hold it here. And now bend your knees. So we just wanted to kind of get that length, get that hamstring engagement. Now just throw your heel in, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the in. Now press it back, back, back. Squeeze your glutes. 4, 3, 2. Let's combo to 2. So it's in and back, side, glute, foot is flex, hamstrings fully locked and loaded. Yeah, you got it. In and back, in and back, in, back. 8, 7. You have 6. Only 5. Only 4. 3. Last 2. Last 1. Hold the in. Hold your press back. Draw your navel in. Point your foot. Now lift your thigh up and up. And then press it back. It's up and back. It's up and back. Run it. Change it to circles. Find your alignment. Find your length in your spine. Draw your navel in. So you don't want any low back strain right here. This is when it could happen. So let's take it to circles up, back and around. Draw the circles with your knee. Movement coming out of your right hip socket. You got it. You have 8. You have 7. You have 6. Only 5. Only 4. Don't forget to breathe. Last one. Hold the up. Hold the back. Extend your right leg long. Then reach. 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 4. You have 3 more reaches. You have 2. Hold it here. Hold it here. Lift your thigh up. Press it back. And now just lift it up. It's up. Lift. Lift. Draw your navel in. You got it. Lift. Lift. Only 8. Only 7. Only 6. Only 5. 4. 3. 2. Hold it here. Straighter, stronger, longer. Lift it higher. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo-hoo. Slowly, slowly lower your legs. Come onto your back. Just lengthen your spine. Bend both knees. Cross your right ankle now. Over your left knee. Spread your hands behind your left side. Flex both feet. And then option to extend your left leg long. And once again, just pull your left thigh in as you push your right thigh out. Keep your gaze straight up. Keep your spine neutral. Find that opposition of the pull in and the push out to feel the stretch in that right hip, in that piriformis. And then slowly, very slowly bend your left knee. Release your right leg. Hug your knees into your chest first and then find your happy baby. And so here, make sure your hips are so flat on the floor as you parallel your feet healing. And then grab for what's accessible, shift side to side. Just about an inner thigh stretch, about a hip opener. So we want to maintain our hips flat on the floor. Protect your back, protect your spine. All right, slowly come back center. Bring your feet together, knees together, thighs together. And then cross at the ankles. Let's rock and roll and then come up all the way to sitting. We're just going to do a little bit of some contralateral back work, and then we will fully stretch. So I just wanted to kind of have some kind of counteracting thing So we're just going to come to our all fours. We're going to just do this instead of round back for abdominal. So shoulders over your wrists, hips over your knees. We're just going to do those elbow knee pull-ins. And so from here, what all you're going to do is, let's see, extend your right leg long, palm out back, extend your left arm forward, thumb up, down, now lift your right thigh. Let's just do an elbow knee pull. In, it's out, in, it's out. Go ahead and round your low back slightly as you pull your elbow into your left hip, your right knee over your right elbow. You have 4, you have 3, last 2. Hold this one on, the next one. Thumb up, pinky down, extend your right leg, maybe flex your foot, draw your navel in, now just lift. Lift, lift, lift. 4, 3, 2, hold it here. And then slowly lower it down. All right, reset, realign, curl your left bum out under, slide your left foot back, extend your right arm forward, thumb up, pinky down, lift your left leg. And once again, reach forward and back, and then pull your elbow and knee into center. Right elbow, reaching for your right hip. Left knee, reaching for your left elbow. You have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Inhale, exhale, 2. On this next one, hold it. Extend, navel in, lift arm and leg. Up, 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 up. For 5, for 4, 3, 2. Let's hold it here. Slowly set it down. Woohoo! Alrighty. So from here, we are just going to come back onto our back. So have a seat, slide or sweep your legs forward. Make sure you have your strap handy. All right, so let's just roll down slowly. What you can even do is take your straps around your feet, dig your heels down, and then use that support to slide your hands on the strap. Roll it down. So tuck your chin into your chest, round out your back. You can slide your heels forward, slide your hands on your chest so that was a nice supported roll down. And then from here, release your left foot from the strap. Bend your right knee, extend your right leg long. And so from here, if you need to shift around to make sure you're fully neutral, back of head, shoulders, hips, extend your left leg long, dig your left heel down. Now reach your right heel towards the ceiling. I've got my strap split right now. If you want to, you can pull up, find more of your round back hamstring stretch, or stay in your neutral spine hamstring stretch. Finding the length of your right leg, your right heel reaches for the ceiling. Now take your straps together into your left hand. Draw your toes to come over to the left side of your body, not any further than your left shoulder, unless you're that flexible, because then your right hip also needs to stay flat on the floor. And then when you are ready, slowly bring your toes back center, maybe right over your right eye. Let the strap slide in your hand. You can support your right thigh as you find your inner thigh stretch. Now keep digging your left heel into your mat so that you keep your left hip grounded. You can release your strap. You can flex and point your foot, circle in one direction, the other direction. And then flex your foot. Use your inner thigh strength and your core strength to bring that right knee back to center. Release the strap. Bring your right knee back into your chest. We're going to take another spinal twist. Extend or go post your arms. Inhale. As you exhale, twist to the left. Your gaze goes to the right. Right shoulder stays flat on the floor. And only letting your knee go over to the left as far as your own body allows. And then slowly come back center. Plant your right foot down. Bend your left knee. Bring your left foot into your strap. Extend your right leg long. Dig your heel down. Extend your left leg to the ceiling. You can split your strap and really pull to bring your toes maybe over your left eyebrow. You got it. Once again, you can kind of climb up your strap if you want to get that round back hamstring stretch. I'm going to stay in neutral. Take my straps together, draw my toes to come over to the right side of my body as far as my body allows. So check your left hip. Is it lifting off the floor? You can place your hand in your hip crease and find where that edge is. Slowly come back center. Let the strap slide in your hand, finding your inner thigh stretch. You can support your left thigh with your left hand. Dig your right heel down. Keep that right hip grounded. And then you can release your strap, flex and point your foot, circle your ankle one direction, and then the other direction. And then when you are ready, flex your left foot as tightly as you can. Feel your inner thigh engage. Draw your navel in. Bring that left leg back center. Relax your foot. Bend your left knee into your chest. Take that big inhale. Exhale. Final twist to the right. So extend or go for your arms. Let your knees go to the right as your gaze goes to the left. Keeping your left shoulder fully grounded. One side is typically more flexible than the other. We are never quite symmetrically strong. And on your next inhale, come back center. Hug your knees into your chest. Make sure that your head, neck, and shoulders and all the way to the back of your hips are grounded and neutral. Now wrap your arms around your shins. Now take your chin to your chest, your forehead to your knees. Hug your thighs in as tightly as you can. Create compression. Create that tension in this compression. Take a difficult inhale. And then as you exhale, release your head, neck, and shoulders. Release the tension from your shoulders. Extend your arms to either side of you. Bring your toes back to your mat. Extend your legs, maybe one leg at a time. And then separate your legs a little wider. Let your feet fall open. Maybe lift your back slightly off the floor. Squeeze your shoulder blades. And you're lifting your heart as you bring your upper back up onto your mat. This is your final resting pose. Thank you so much for joining me this morning, and it is now afternoon for you guys. Have a wonderful rest of your day. I will be back tomorrow. We'll get another 60 minutes of bar in. You guys take care, and we'll see you soon.